office?
The first 100 days of this president's tenure has been pretty unremarkable, to be honest with you. He obviously started off with a number of executive orders, many of which were unconstitutional, were thrown out by the courts. And then there was a big push to talk about the Affordable Care Act and the budget, and neither proposals have moved very far in the process. The dangerous thing about both proposals is that they would devastate the budget here in the state of Michigan. They would actually hurt real people, our neighbors, our friends, and our families. And so, to me, I'm glad that those proposals haven't moved forward. But to watch the first 100 days of this president, obviously we're very disappointed by a number of things that he moved forward on. But at the same time, I'm glad that those proposals hadn't moved forward in the Congress.
What do you think his biggest accomplishment has been in those 100 days?
Obviously there hasn't been any legislative accomplishments to date, but I would say, I've seen one or two points where he's acknowledged his mistakes. And in one area is the Export-Import Bank, which I think is a fundamental part of what we should do to help our economy. He wanted to get rid of it. He's acknowledged that it's important. So again, I think he's taking a look because he really hasn't understood government. He hasn't had a lot of failed policies that he was talking about on the campaign trail. At least on that one, he has reversed himself, and hopefully as he learns more that he'll change his philosophy on a lot of things and become more pragmatic and follow some of the things that were done really positively by the Obama administration.
And what's his biggest failure been in this first 100-day stint?
Well, I didn't think it was possible, but he made this country more divided in these first 100 days. He has divided us around health care, around his disastrous foreign policy, and so I think you're seeing a country that's more divided. He said he was going to bring people together. He hasn't done that. He obviously has had a number of failed policies that have been implemented, and when you look at foreign policy, I think we're actually in a more dangerous situation than we have been in years. And so, there have been a lot of, I think, mistakes made based on the fact that he hasn't hired good people around him and that he doesn't have the experience of government. And so hopefully things will change and get better, but unfortunately the first 100 days have been really disappointing.